They used the word brainwash. Did you ever hear the word brainwash? Mitt Romney's father used that word. It wasn't good when he used that word. It destroyed his career. But they were brainwashed. Some people they hear it over and over again, how bad they were, and they say how great a job they did. They did great, they did great. They say it again and again, and all of a sudden people, and don't forget, it's not their main thing. They're accountants, they're lawyers, they're taxi drivers, they're carpenters, they're electricians. They hear it over and over again. All of a sudden they say, she was really great on the border, wasn't she? No, she was a disaster. She has destroyed our country. We're going to bring it back, but she has destroyed our country.
I am speechless. Never in my life have I seen so much projection in a 40-second clip. I mean, one of Donald Trump's main talents is repeating a lie over and over and over until it becomes reality for his supporters. For example, the massive election fraud lie that he tricked half the country into believing, or him saying that all of our courts are corrupt, including Judge Merchan and Judge Merchan's daughter, or him saying that our economy has never been better and that he might be the best president for Black Americans since Abraham Lincoln. Donald Trump is like a used car salesman, and that has been a common criticism against him for many years. So for him to flip that and say that Democrats are brainwashing people, it makes me wonder if it's an intentional authoritarian tactic to project. We know that Donald Trump is always projecting, saying that we're the threat to democracy, saying that we stole the election, saying that we're the weirdos. So maybe he's intentionally trying to gaslight the crowd. But Donald Trump held a rally in Atlanta, Georgia today, and I already made a video about all of his cognitive misfires, all of his old man moments, but I wanted to cover something that most people missed throughout the rally, and that is that Donald Trump was dropping subtle hints about how he could steal this next election and how he will punish people who dissent. So it starts here when Donald Trump gets the entire crowd to boo Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger. Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger is famous for the phone call in early July of 2020, just a few days before January 6th, where Donald Trump calls him and pressures him to find votes. 11,780 votes. Just find the votes, one more than we need to win the election, which is what Donald Trump was saying. Let's watch this first clip.
That's great. And those three people are incredible. Let me give you the bad news. It's that for whatever reason, Brad Raffensperger and Brian Kemp, Raffensperger and Brian Kemp, your governor, who I got elected, by the way. For what?
He says the name multiple times to reinforce the fact that these are not good people. These are rhinos. You see people booing.
If it wasn't for me, he would not be your governor. I think everybody knows that.
Power move right there, saying that he got him elected.
He's a very disloyal person, isn't he? Very disloyal. But these two are doing it.
So Donald Trump is saying that he's disloyal, that Raffensperger and Kemp are disloyal, even though they are just normal Republicans, normal men, and they are more of patriots than he is, because they wouldn't flip the results of Georgia last election. Donald Trump is laying the groundwork. He's planting the seed for a massive loyalty test this November when he inevitably challenges the results of the election again. But it gets worse. Donald Trump then goes all in on attacking Brian Kemp and mentions Brad Raffensperger. First, make sure you leave a like on this video to help boost this message. It is important to get Donald Trump's fascistic rhetoric out there.
Your governor, Kemp, and Raffensperger are doing everything possible to make 2024 difficult for Republicans to win. What are they doing? I don't know. They got something in mind, you know. They got a little something in mind. Kemp is very bad for the Republican Party. He wouldn't do anything. You know, we have Burt Jones over here. We have Burt Jones. All he wanted in the Senate was to have a special resolution passed, and it was all done. Every senator wanted it. Every Republican wanted it.
Now, really quickly, this reminds me of this leaked recording of Roger Stone saying they are trying to find ways to secure the 2024 election by getting courts and judges and government officials on their side. So when Donald Trump goes to rallies and he says people like Kemp, people like Brad Raffensperger are trying to make it as hard as possible to win 2024, they're trying to make it like 2020, that makes me think that they are refusing to implement some sort of law or refusing to do something that would win the election for Donald Trump in a dishonest way, in the same way that Donald Trump asked them to in 2020. So when Donald Trump refers to 2020, he is saying they wouldn't cheat then, and I think he's asking them to cheat again.
And we have Senator Beach here someplace, too. Where is Senator Beach? Oh, I can't forget him. We can't forget him. A warrior, you know that, and many others in this group. But all they wanted was to have just a special, we want to go over the election. We want to look because there's too many things. And the governor wouldn't sign it. And I knew he would because I got him elected. I sent a young guy over to his office, would you please have him sign this? And the kid came back, he said, sir, he won't sign. Of course he will.
I just want to point out, he's straight up lying like he always does. The state of Georgia did 3 recounts after the election. They found no fraud. Donald Trump pressured Brad Raffensperger into saying there were tens of thousands of dead voters, but Brad Raffensperger held strong in the hour-long phone call that is public, and he said, sir, there are only 3 people with dead ballots, and we sent them back immediately. We caught all 3. So Donald Trump was trying to pressure Brad Raffensperger, and he is lying about there being no recounts or no audits. There were multiple recounts and audits. Let's keep watching.
I got him elected. Give me a break. Of course he will. No, he wouldn't. And then I said, well, go back over. Tell him it's for me. It's a good thing, not a bad thing. They want to look into possible election fraud. Wouldn't you say, Senator, that's a good thing?
They
right?
did. They exhausted all of their legal means. Then Donald Trump pursued extra legal means, like his unconstitutional theory that was whipped up by him and John Eastman, mostly John Eastman, because he doesn't know how to write or probably read. But the senators he's pointing to are people that are staunch advocates of the election being stolen. They push that election fraud lie, which also supports the theory that Donald Trump's current litmus test for people who will be in his administration, people who he supports, are, do you think the 2020 election was stolen? If you think that it was stolen, you can be in his cabinet. If you think it wasn't, so if you're in reality, you cannot be in his cabinet. So a second Trump term, the cabinet would be full of people like Rudy Giuliani, Mike Lindell, Sidney Powell, all of the people who aided and abetted his election fraud scheme, and all of the people who are Trump loyalists. Now, in this next clip, Trump truly shows how much he demands loyalty, and I'll break down why after I play this.
And I'm for electric cars. I have to be, you know, because Elon endorsed me very strongly, Elon. So I have no choice. But he knows. No, I am for him. I'm for him for a small slice is a slice. But you want to have gas-propelled cars. You want to have hybrids. You want to have every kind of a car imaginable. They want to go all electric. And there's no way you can ever load them up. They call them loading.
So Donald Trump brags multiple times throughout this rally that Elon Musk finally endorsed him. And what he's saying is that Elon Musk finally bent the knee after Donald Trump said this. When Elon Musk came to the White House asking me for help on all of his many subsidized projects, whether it's electric cars that don't drive long enough, driverless cars that crash, or rocket ships to nowhere, without which subsidies he'd be worthless, and telling me how he was a big Trump fan and a Republican, I could have said, drop to your knees and beg, and he would have done it, and that is what Elon Musk has done. Elon Musk has dropped to his knees and turned into a full-throated MAGA supporter, no pun intended, but not only has he endorsed Donald Trump after saying he wouldn't endorse any candidate, not only has he started an America PAC, but he even said he would donate money, then went back on that lie. But if we just take a step back and we zoom out, this is a prime example of Donald Trump demanding loyalty and then celebrating whenever somebody actually becomes loyal and bends the knee and kisses the ring like Elon Musk did. We see it time and time again. Elon Musk, Lindsey Graham, even J.D. Vance at one point was a never Trump guy, as he said, I'm a never Trump guy. And now Donald Trump absolutely loves the fact that J.D. Vance is a perfect example of somebody bending the knee and turning loyal. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like, make sure you comment a blue heart, hit that subscribe button. I love having all of you guys here as a part of this community, but most importantly, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.